Welcome back, guys. Part 11 of my teardrop overland trailer build. It's just a quick update. Sorry, I've pretty much been nowhere for a few months now. I did actually go to the Billing off-road show. Spent a bit of time with Rich from Bug Out and Stu and the Bug Out North Wales crew. We did the 4x4 off-road course and things like that. Now, my weekend came to an abrupt finish on the Saturday evening, unfortunately, so I didn't quite get as much footage as I wanted to. So the changes are, I've actually got a baby on the way, so that's taken over a little bit. My girlfriend was in the first trimester and she said, yeah, sure, go off, have fun, you know, have a few drinks with the lads and things like that. She didn't mean it at all. So my advice to you guys, if you ever find yourself driving away with your toy and your dog and a cooler full of beers, don't do it. Don't do it. She doesn't mean it. So yeah, so I had to come back because she wasn't having a very good time, but hey ho, there we are. And the other reason the videos have slowed down a bit is because the build itself has pretty much been coming to an end. So a few things I have done, and I'm going to show you around, and the main thing is I've added a Chinese diesel heater to the situation. When I first started out this build and started looking into things, I heard of these Chinese diesel heaters and I thought that doesn't sound good. I'm a plumber by trade, so if someone said here's a combi boiler and it's a fifth of the price of all of the other combi boilers and it's made in China and they sell them on eBay, no dice. But once you look into what the operation actually is of one of these Chinese heaters, the fumes and the exhausts that you're worried about never actually, unless something's really gone bad, never cross paths with the air that you're receiving as hot air. They're totally separate. So the combustion side of things relies on sucking fresh air in. It burns the diesel with using that oxygen, and then produces an exhaust gas. The byproduct of that is it heats basically an element, if you like, or a heat exchanger, and then a fan again relies on sucking cold air in, blowing that air over that hot element, therefore you get your hot air. So those airs never mix. So yeah, I went for it. At the end of the day, there's been a lot of bad stories and people not having the best times with them, and even brand new ones not working. Mine does work. And I thought about it, you can actually have 5 Chinese diesel heaters for the cost of one Webasto or Planar, that kind of thing. And there's so many forums now. They're pretty much, they all use the same digital display, but there's so many forums. People can show you how to fix them, and you can buy separate parts and things like that, so you don't have to buy the whole kit if you can't have a problem. Anyway, mine works. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with where I've put it. I will show you, it's in the box at the front of the trailer, so if I listen very, very carefully, like I'm listening for it, I can just about make out the ticking noise. Just about. It's less than a clock. The dog makes more noise breathing, as you can probably hear there. So it's a bit less than a clock. I'm over the moon with that. I was quite lucky the fact that I've put it in an independent box that isn't fixed to the trailer as such, so the vibration isn't resonating through. So I'm quite happy with that. And my other major upgrade is I got round to doing the Sash Window. It's a horse box window in the door, which allows a nice cross ventilation. Because the way I am with the heater on, I'm probably going to have the heater on but a window open, and that's a perfect little window because I do like fresh air. I get very hot and agitated very quickly. So it being a hot box in here with as much insulation as it's got, that doesn't suit me. I don't want to be freezing my nuts off, but at the same time, that little window, it also allows me, if you picked it up in the last video, it allows me to reach through and finish the zips on my ARB awning, the actual room. With the door opening that way, it was a bit of a faff trying to reach through, but that I can open the window, put my hand through and finish the zips. It's practical in so many different ways, and it comes with a lovely little trim around, which pretty much matches what I've got going on here with the metal trims, and it just finishes it. The detail is great. So I'll show you around. So this is the little sash window in the door. Like I said, it comes with this lovely polished trim, which is in keeping with everything else that I'm doing in here. I've used the same screws to fix it. There's no gaps. It covers up any kind of edges. It honestly looks top drawer. Like I say, this is a bit stiff at the moment because it's only been opened a couple of times. But yeah, that is just ideal. You can reach right through. Gives you a nice vent. It's fully tinted for privacy. Couldn't be happier. I'll show you the outside. Nice and stealthy like everything else. So there it is from the outside. I've used black rivets on the outside to match everything else. It's an absolutely lovely addition. So this is where I've mounted the diesel heater. I bought a smaller tank off of eBay, and there's loads of different shapes and sizes available, but I bought this little one. It just suited a bit better for my needs. I don't know why mine wasn't red, but it's got a carbon fibre finish. I've got a few little finishing jobs to do, like with this patch here, but yeah. And here's all of the mechanics. So fuel pump at the 30 degrees that they state, that's being suspended with some threaded bar from above. The exhaust silencer, and this is the air intake here that goes through the bottom. So the air is sucked in here over the element and it comes out here. Now what I've actually done, and this suits my needs only I guess, is these are on remove, these elbows just pop off, so I've got some caps so I can cap them off so water doesn't go inside, because you're not going to need this heater all year round. I mean, I've got a meet in a couple of weeks, I am going to want it then. I can keep this in my storage box there. I mean, I'm doing this one-handed at the moment, but that just pops on there. That just pops on there, he says. As one fell off. And that is transferring the heat from the heater through into the sleeping area and into one of these adjustable vents where you can move the louvers to direct the heat. The control panel comes through the front of the bulkhead of the trailer. I'm using one of the conduits that I initially installed when I thought I was going to have my electrics at the front of the cab. So that's there. I'm not going to run through how the heater actually works, the controls and stuff, because there's far better videos on eBay, as there is better installation videos than I've got the patience to make. There is a guy that fits a planar heater into a Pelican case, and that is, if you want to learn how to fit it, how to actually install it, that is a very good video, very good reference video. It also comes with a remote fob, so if we listen out, the fan is quite noisy to begin with, Just click that button. I don't know if that's going to come up, but that just says on. The fan is already started. It blows cool air for a certain amount of time before it starts blowing hot air. But I just had this on before I started this video for 3 minutes, I believe, and it was warm. I contemplated opening a window. The electric unit has got a stat in it, so you can, even if you wanted the sleeping quarter to be 2 degrees warmer than it is currently, 2 degrees up, and then it will shut itself off. So you know, you don't have to make it a hot box in here. So here it is on full steam ahead. People make a big point of the clicking. I think the fan is actually noisier than the clicking itself. And don't forget, I get to shut this as well. I couldn't be more happier for couldn't be more happy for, I think it was £120. What I've also got is some of these extra pieces. You can buy them on eBay, because I was going from one area to another. Now it's also got this Y piece, so what I can do, I can keep this in my box there, so when it's really cold I can just change this out for that one, stick that straight on there, and with this Y piece I can actually put hot air into the cab, I call it a cab, but also picture my awning room here. I can have one of the ducts actually filling the awning room up with hot air. I mean, I've got a funny feeling what I might be better off doing is having this on full steam ahead and having the door open on the trailer, and I've got a funny feeling that will actually in turn heat the room up. You know, but I've got those extra pieces just in case I want to put that hose into the awning room if I'm sat there chilling out or talking to people, playing cards, whatever. That room could be nice and warm, because at the moment it is cold. Does that heater work, buddy? Does that heater work nice? Yeah. It's nice and warm in here, isn't it, pal? So let's do a field test. I'm in. The door is shut. I definitely can't hear the ticking. Definitely not. The fan is on full steam ahead, I believe, because that's coming through there quite noisy. I don't know. I mean, this is only a GoPro, so I know you can't feel the warmth, but you might be able to hear the fan. So I put all the controls high enough, the control and the fan high enough that it's not going to be right in my face, for one. I mean, I couldn't handle that, but when the bed is out, it's not going to get in the way or anything like that. So there it is, guys. That wraps up part 11, apart from a few tiny little finishing touches, maybe a bit of hanging storage, you know, these zip up pouches. It's pretty much there, and I'm really chuffed with it. It's an absolutely amazing trailer. I've proved time and time again that it works and it's great, but now it's time to move on to bigger things. With the baby on the way and the other 2 kids and the dog, too many bums, not enough seats. I'm actually going for a new build, a bigger build, so that will be what's coming next. So yeah, hopefully look out for that, and hit the like button and leave some comments, some nice ones.